I don't know what happened in my little stupid mind, okay? I'm going to die like, okay, yeah, that is me. What is happening? Like, what is happening? What is going on? Who is pulling me down? Is dragging me by my leg. No way, this is happening to me again. And my first initial thought was like, it's a man, it's a man. And you wore a full on head to toe pink suit. If you're someone who does not believe in superstitions, trust me, after this video, you will. I was the kind of person who did not believe in this random weird superstition stuff until this one thing happened to me, and then till this day, this one superstition stayed with me. Ever since I was a kid, my mom had this belief that wearing pink on Saturdays is like a bad omen and something bad will happen to you if you wear pink on Saturdays. And I used to make fun of this thing because, like, how can a color decide if something bad is going to happen to me or not? I never believed in this thing, like, superstition stuff. I never believed in all of that except that one black cat crossing the road one. And don't you dare judge me for that, because I know all of us were scared of that one, okay? But anyways, I never believed in these superstition stuff until this one thing happened to me. So this happened to me when I was around like 6 to 7 years old, and I used to go to walks with my mom, like evening walks with mom and her friend. And we used to go to this, like picnic kind of spot, like a park. It had a lake and everything, and I am not going to lie, it was like a very eerie place, but it was safe, like there were people there. So yeah, we used to go to walk there. So one day I was on a walk as usual with my mom, and we went to that place and everything was fine and normal. We were returning from that place from our walk, and we were like very nearby, like close to the exit. Like we were here and the exit was like here, like we were very close by to the exit, we were almost leaving. And then I noticed that my zipper was open, like I was wearing a jacket and my zipper was open. So I stood there and I was like closing my zipper, and my mom did not notice me that I stopped. Like my mom was moving forward and I was like at this place, I was stopped and closing my zipper, and my mom did not see that I was like standing there. And my dumbass, like I don't know what happened in my 6 years old mind, I was like, I'm not going to call my mom, like I'm not going to tell her to stop and wait for me. I'm going to be like, when I close the zipper, I'm gonna run towards her and I'm gonna be like, you did not wait for me, mom. I don't know what happened in my little stupid mind, okay? But to be fair, I wasn't gonna get lost in 1 minute or something, so like it wasn't that big of a deal until this happened. So I stopped to pull my zip up. I did that, and my mom did not notice me, obviously. So as I said, as I thought I am going to run towards her, I went running towards her, and it took like almost like 3 steps or something. Then something pulls me from my legs and drags me down. And my first initial thought was like, it's a man, it's a man, because who has the strength and energy to, like, pull a little girl? I mean, everybody has to pull a little girl down, but I was like, it's a man. And I wasn't scared of that fact. I don't know how and why, but I wasn't scared of that fact. And by the way, it was like a steep slope, like it wasn't plain like this, it was like this. So like my mom was going up here and I was like here, and something like pulls me down, and I'm like going down 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 now, like that. And I was like, what is happening? Like, what is happening? What is going on? Who is pulling me down? So I thought like a man is dragging me down, because like, I did not feel any pain or anything. It was just like someone is holding my leg and like pulling me down. I had survival instincts of literally the snail, because what do you mean a 7-year-old is getting pulled down, dragged down by something, and probably a man? Her first instinct wasn't to, like, call her mom. It is to, like, I'm gonna look behind and check who it is. Like, I was so stupid for that. But I was like very calm about it, and I was like, okay, let me turn around and see what is actually going on. And then I turned around, and guess what happened? I turn around, and it is not a man. It is a dog. A black stray dog is dragging me by my leg, and I am like, at this moment, I start to panic. I wasn't scared being pulled by a man, but I was very, very scared being pulled by a dog at 7 years. My leg is in his mouth and he is dragging me towards him. And I did not feel his slit or anything because it was winter's time. So I was wearing like 2 or 3 leggings, or like, I was layering up and shit. So like I felt like it was a hand. And that is why I thought it was a man or something. But it was a dog pulling me by his mouth towards him, and it was like pulling me by using his teeth. At this moment I was like, okay, I'm going to die. Like, okay, yeah, that is me. Bye bye, goodbye, tata, whatsoever. And I screamed so bad, like I was shit scared of that thing, and I screamed so bad that finally my mom turned around and to see me getting dragged down by a dog. When I think about it, it is like so funny, because like, what do you mean this is like a slope hill and that there's a dog, there's a little girl, and there's a woman seeing her kid being dragged down by a black dog? Like, this shit is funny, Loki. So yeah, She saw me, she saved me, and I was rescued. I did not die, guys. I did not bleed or anything. Like, I had like very small bite marks because I was wearing layers, so like I did not bleed or anything. But I was shit scared. I was terrified, so I was like crying very rapidly. And when I reached home, my mom said this one thing to me. Like, the first words she said to me after this whole incident when we reached home was like, "Asmi, you're wearing pink leggings. It's Saturday." I was like, wait, what? Like, is this why all this is happening? Today is Saturday and I am wearing pink leggings, and that is why a dog bit me. Like, what? What is happening? I was so confused. And before getting me vaccinated, my mom first made me change those leggings. She was like, wearing pink on Saturday is bad omen. Anything bad can happen to you. So, like, change those fast. After that, I got vaccinated and everything was fine. Like, I did not die or anything. But after that incident, I truly, truly believe that wearing pink on Saturday is like a bad omen, like something bad will happen to me. But then I grew up and I was like, nah, I don't believe in this shit. Like, this is not true. This was all just a coincidence back then. Like, I fully like was like, nah, this superstition is not true. Until this thing happened to me again. I was in 11th grade and it was like farewell day. We had to give farewell to 12th graders, and it was on a Saturday, and without knowing that, I wore a pink suit. I was full on from head to toe in pink color without knowing that it was a Saturday. But I did not know that it was Saturday, and I was like, I kind of forgot about the superstitions. I was like, okay, nothing is going to happen, right? Right, but yeah, I left my home and everything was fine. But as I entered the school gate, as my parents dropped me off, my suit ripped. Of course. The second my parents leave me to the school, they drop me off, my suit ripped, like fully ripped, and not from the back, from the front, like around the knee area. So like it was very much visible. And mind you, I had to go on stage and perform in front of everyone in like a few hours, and here my dress literally ripped, and I blamed it on my bad luck at that time. But thankfully, me and my friends, we found someone who can, stitch that suit temporary. So I was like, okay, thank God I can actually go on stage and perform. So I was sitting down, I was getting my suit stitched, and I called my mom and I was like, okay, this is so funny. This has happened. My suit ripped out like when I reached school, and all of this happened. And she also laughed and she's also like, yeah, thank God you found someone who can stitch it. Like that would be really bad. And I was like, yeah. And then she goes, Asmi, today is Saturday and you wore a full on head to toe pink suit. And I was like, no way, this is happening to me again. I did not believe in that superstition, and yet this is happening to me again. And after this incident, I started believing in this superstition again because I was very scared like something will happen to me again, and I am not taking any chances anymore. So, yeah, that was my story. And to be honest, I feel like superstitions are like just all in your head. Like, if you think about it, it happens. And in my case, it wasn't in my head, it was in my mom's head. Like, she was very aware about it. So, like, that is why maybe it happened to me, or it could all just be a coincidence, who knows. And I still don't fully believe in this superstition because I'm like, if I don't remember it's Saturday and I wore pink color, like I don't think anything is going to happen to me. But again, if I remember it's Saturday, I am not taking any chances because I feel like the more you feed energy to it, the more you think about it, like it's going to happen, it won't happen, and something like that. You are giving your signs to universe, so like you manifest it, so like it happens to you. The thing is, superstition is just negative manifestation because when you truly believe in something, no matter how hard you try to avoid it, it will happen. Like that is why people who believe in their success like it's a superstition achieve it, and those who are scared of superstition and believe in them, no matter how hard you try to avoid it, it will catch up to you. So yeah, that is a tragic story of how I got bitten by a dog because of my favorite color. So comment down below if you also believe in superstitions, or if you don't believe in superstitions, or you start believing in superstition after watching this video. And yeah, stay safe from pink color, y'all.